Hi, welcome to my channel Anxiety Talks. My name is Dr. Gerard Coetzee. You are probably watching this video because you most likely are experiencing high levels of anxiety, making it increasingly difficult for you to cope with certain situations at work, at home, or during social interactions. You will testify that the impact of disruptive anxiety is vast. It affects your personality, your interpersonal relationships, your view of your future, and the meaning of your life, and worst of all, your health. Some patients benefit from therapy, while others just cannot get a grip on the dreadful onslaught of feelings of panic and anxiety. Your anxiety has a hardcore quality to it. It doesn't matter how hard they work on their anxiety, they just can't beat it. The reason for this hardcore anxiety is your anxiety harbors a secret. In one of our previous videos, we discovered that your anxiety is lying to you. Because of its lies, anxiety is taking away the meaning of your anxiety feelings. You are repeatedly asking the questions, why do I feel like this? What is going on with me? Am I going crazy? Am I dying? You don't understand the meaning of all this. You become detached from everything, even from yourself, fleeing into the dark nothingness. And there, you want to hide from everything and everyone. You don't want to face anyone and anything. You just want to hide. You have entered the darkness, completely alone. Why can't I beat my anxiety? Why is it so difficult to experience healing? Because your anxiety has a secret. Your anxiety has deep-seated roots, and these roots appear in a different shape as symptoms above the surface. What are these roots of anxiety? The first root is the fear of dying or death itself. The second root is the fear of dark fate, of losing control. The third root is the fear of the loss of meaning or significance. And the last root is the fear of condemnation. The first root of anxiety, hidden from your conscience, is the fear of dying or death itself. It's about a horrible process of dying, experiencing agony, and you fear it intensely. Or you fear death itself, the end of everything, removed forever from everyone you love and everything you hold dear. The fear of dying and death shows its appearance on the surface in anxieties like fear for insects. The insect can bite me and leads to a horrible death, or at least pain. Or fear of heights. I'm confronted with the jaws of death itself at this dizzying height. Or the fear of blood. Blood is associated with the onset of the process of dying? What if they can't stop the bleeding? The second root of anxiety, hidden from your conscience, is the fear of dark fate or of losing control. You don't have control of fate, and it fills you with raging anxiety and panic. Especially the expectation of having another spell of anxiety, but you can't predict when it will occur. This fills you with dread and panic. This shows on the surface as a feeling of impending doom. You are constantly worrying. What if thoughts dominate your daily life? The third root of anxiety is the fear of the loss of meaning or significance. Every person on earth wants to be valued, feeling that he or she is significant. Feeling insignificant is worse than death. You are alive, but have no meaning. Your value as a human is reduced to zero. You especially fear that those who are of huge significance to you will see you as of no or little value. On the surface, this may show as shying away from intimacy or friendship. You may fear office meetings because of the perception that your colleagues don't value your worth. The fourth and final root of anxiety, hidden from your conscience, is the fear of condemnation. This fear may range from religious condemnation to trying to fulfill certain actions in a definite sequence, also known as obsessive compulsive behavior, to ward off bad luck. Although hidden, these roots of anxiety are the real origin of abnormal anxiety. Therefore, we must first deal with these roots and not the symptoms. Let us use an example. In this photo, my daughter is posing in front of a painting depicting angels' wings. This was taken on top of a very high building. Do you have a fear of heights? Your anxiety appears to be born out of the fear of heights. However, to deal with your anxiety, we must discover the root of your anxiety, death. Looking death squarely in the eyes, your anxiety tells you, one slip and you're dead. How can I deal with the persistent roots of anxiety? Let us again look at the anxiety cycle. Something happens, setting off the warning in your brain. This is not good. This is bad. Your body reacts to your thoughts and you start to hyperventilate. Your bodily reactions trigger, producing increased heartbeat, trembling, sweating, feelings that you're going to faint or even die. Your bodily reactions trigger the psychological reaction, anxiety, danger. Something terrible is happening. You must flee. The experience of intense anxiety was so horrible that you are now fearing the onset of another anxiety attack. You are now having anxiety for the next anxiety attack. You have now entered the anxiety cycle. Your anxiety just happens at random. Now there is no clear trigger, or even better said, anything can now trigger your anxiety attack. To deal with your anxiety cycle, the first simple step is learning to breathe normally. Not only with the onset of anxiety, but every moment of your day. Breathing normally will go a long way, helping you to break the anxiety cycle. Why? Because this will help your body not to react with the consequential fight or flee responses manifesting in trembling, sweating, etc. Breathe normally. Learn how to slide into a feeling of tranquility at any given time. Secondly, recall what your anxiety told you. In this case, fearing heights, your anxiety most probably told you that you are 1 inch away from dying. Get away immediately. Your anxiety will yell at you. But we already know that your anxiety is always lying to you. So, light the candle. What is the truth here in the darkness? What metaphor am I going to use here? You may ask yourself, what are my wings here? Because wings carry you, irrespective of the height. Wings safeguard you against falling to your death. What will allow me not to fall to my death? What is the truth here? The glass partition? Yes, the glass partition will prevent you from falling. Now, in every similar situation, ask yourself, what are my wings? What is it that safeguards me against dying? And now you can start to deal with the root of your anxiety, death, breaking the anxiety cycle. Talk back to your anxiety and reverse the anxiety cycle. In my next video, I will address the different roots of anxiety and how you can deal with each of them. Please like this video and subscribe to my channel to receive future notifications of my new videos.